What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Automation Station here with the PeakBot team. You got myself, Dylan, and Thomas here. Thomas here today. Thomas, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, Dylan?
I'm doing well. I am doing well. It is a Friday. It is the summer. It is hot out. I am not golfing or down the shore, though, so I'm only good, not great.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Most people don't know the term down the shore unless
DTS.
you're from DTS.
You gotta be from a very small part of the world, and it's northern New Jersey. Because if you're already down south, you're not going down the shore.
So like Pennsylvania, Maryland,
I guess they can call it that, but like Maryland is south of the shore. Maryland is south of the shore.
Up, yeah. Wait, what's above us?
And they have their own shores. They got their own shores.
What's north of us?
Dude,
I'm really bad at geography.
Okay. Well, we have New York.
Connecticut.
Above us.
Small state above us, Connecticut.
Okay.
Connecticut people call it down the shore.
I guess, yeah, they do. Because
my friend went there to school.
Connecticut is just a bunch of New York and New Jersey removed rich people who still want to enjoy the shore. Yeah. They're in the tri. Hey, do you know what our tri-state is? Do you know what our?
That I do now.
What's it? What is it?
It's New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York.
Oh, man, clip it.
What, is that wrong?
People. Yeah, it is.
Connecticut? Do they consider Connecticut the tri-state area?
Really? Yeah, and which one are you pulling out?
What, Pennsylvania then?
Right.
Okay. I thought it was PA is technically the tri-state area.
Too funny. That is too funny.
I'm bad.
Well, Thomas, you're heading down the shore tonight, right?
8:30 tonight. Yeah.
Ben's already down the shore. That's why he's not here today.
Ben will be 15 minutes away from me. I might just go egg his house or something. Should I mess with him?
Egg his house?
No, I'm kidding.
Individual are you?
Just messing with it.
So no, I'm just messing around. So look, what we'd want to do today, we got a lot to cover. We are going to be covering all of the current strategies and the results that we're seeing right now. King Condor, bit of a skid here, okay, in July. In fact, trending for the worst month since the back tests have been available. Thomas, did you know that? We've previously had about a month where we lost 750, but right now, can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I see little connecting dots at the bottom. I want to make sure my internet's good. Anyway, King Condor's on the bit of a skid, but we're in a position right now. So we're going to go and map that out live so you guys can see what's going on. Thomas is going to try to remember how much credit we earned on that yesterday. Instead of me having to look it up. If you see Thomas locked in on something else that's not the show, Thomas is hot on the customer support lines right now. Okay. So I will give that excuse to all of you up front.
A little bit of testing right now as we launch some new products. We're testing a couple things and developer needed some help. So was just responding back to him, letting him know that I'm doing a live show to give me about 35 minutes and I'll get back to him.
Okay, gotcha. All right. You're cutting the people a little short here. We normally go a little longer than that. And I'm just messing with Thomas. Yeah. Constantly going to be messing with Thomas. All right. So King Condor, we'll talk about the results there. This is on paper our highest ROI bot, but again, having a little bit of a skid in July, we'll talk about that. And the rebound that we expect to come here. Shorebow strategy, all right? Our 0 DTE SPX directional spread strategy based on the 15-minute opening range. It's a fun one, all right? And it's kind of been taking advantage of this like weird little drifts in the market in the morning and then kind of returning back. So there have been some losses sprinkled in, but Shorebow's been doing really well. And then we'll talk about our best bot, in my opinion, okay? BenBot. Best bot is BenBot, okay? Only available exclusively on Tradier, okay? So this is not going to be something that you can trade on a Schwab account or on a Tasty Trade account. Tradier only, okay? That's a big deal. If you have questions on why, you ask us and let us know. So I'm going to share screen here. I think we can go look at a couple things. Thomas, what we don't have today is any positions entering because I'm not running any normal PB iron condors. I don't think you are either. Nope. I'm not currently in any trend spread positions.
Orb, 0DT, SPX, Max Orb isn't trading today. Shorbo's not trading today.
Why?
Michigan sentiment report messes us up every single time. And the problem is that Orb gets created at 9:45. So the entry can happen as early as 10 o'clock. So if we get an entry on the 10 o'clock bar, Michigan Consumer Report comes out at 10:01. Technically, that's when you really get your results. So then next thing you know, it's either going to go really far north or really far south. And that could just mess up your initial break of Orb.
And I
it's
think
happened to us.
Sorry, my apologies.
No, I'll say it just happened to us before. Wasn't something that we had necessarily seen in the back test. A lot of people don't really care much about that report until you live trade it 3 times and it blows up your trade. And now you just don't trade on that day.
You're not kidding. So we'll take a look at a few things. We're going to look at BenBot's results. As we said, it's our best bot. We're going to go through everything that we got going on there, how it works. We're going to take today, Thomas, as a little bit of an opportunity to educate and automate. All right. Yeah. So we're going to look at some charts. We're going to talk through King Condor. We're going to talk through Shorbo, and we're going to talk through BenBot. And Thomas, if you think there's anything else that I'm missing because I'm not looking at our notes, you tell me.
I'm good. I'll keep you in line, Don.
All right. Keep me in line. Keep the music going. Thomas, really quick, before we get into it, have you eaten yet today? Did you have lunch yet?
I had breakfast, no lunch.
Okay. What do you have?
I had a big breakfast, actually.
Okay. What did you have for breakfast? Unfortunately, you still got the answer in. you got the omelet and the oatmeal, really, both?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I didn't want toast. My mom made oatmeal, but didn't really want it. So I ate some carbs because I want to go to the gym before I go down the shore. I want to go at like 6 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock, go to the gym, get a workout in. So I want the carbs there.
So by the way, the last time I was with Thomas, not the last time I was with Thomas, but the last time I was with Thomas in New York City, we were at an event, trading event, and then got lunch and some drinks afterward. What was it called? Like the oldest Irish pub in New York? McKinley's or something like that?
Yeah, McSorley's.
McSorley's. So McSorley's, awesome place. We get lunch, we get some beers, and then Thomas is like, "Can I get another sandwich? Can I get another chicken sandwich?" We're like, "Yeah, do it, kid. Like, your world." So Thomas can eat, but he's in the gym. He's hitting his bicep curls. Let's take a look at a few things here. All right. So Thomas, what we have here today, my vertical blue line is just the entry of today. But before we talk about Shorbo and the opening range here on the 15-minute bar, let's scalp some things. What do we got going on here? These orange lines are our King Condor expiring today sold strike prices. What does that mean? That means we collectively, all King Condor traders, want to stay in between these two orange lines. All right. So we entered this trade yesterday at 3:15. So right around here is where we entered the trade, okay? So you can see we have not been anywhere close. We had a little bit of a scare, you call it this morning, right? The internal chatters like, what's going on? What do we do? But, if anybody had wanted to manually intervene, but I'm not jinxing anything here, but just while looking at this is exactly what you want, right, Thomas? We want to be right in the middle of the highway here in between our iron condor strikes. So right now, I'll actually pull it up to see what we're looking at here. If I was to close this, I have 2 of them running currently. So we're looking at a $63 debit that I'm paying back. Now, Thomas, what did we fill out yesterday premium wise?
Like 315. I can get the average fill here in a minute.
All right, so when you grab but that just means that if I was to close it now with 4 hours left of exposure, I'd be only paying back $57 per condor.
Times two
per condor, right.
Yep.
So again, we'll keep an eye on this. Sometimes if you're nutty, you like to look at the 1-minute bars. Thomas and I and Ben think I'm crazy for doing this, but you want to know what happens when you look at the 1-minute bars here, Thomas? You do start to see these trends, right?
We had an average of a 330 fill.
330 fill. I could pay back 50 right now. Boy, I wish I didn't look at that. You know what I mean? I would do it. I might manually close it, but I'm gonna, for Sparta, dude.
Yeah, we'll
ride into the night. All right.
Best to have as much cash as possible here.
All right. So anyway, that's the King Condor lines. We're trying to stay in the middle of the highway here. Right now we're doing so. And yeah. And if anybody has questions on how that forms, it enters at 3:15 prior day. So it's a 1 DTE contract and it's set to expire today at 4 p.m. So call it right here. We got to get here. All right. About halfway there in between these orange lines. And we take home, what was it, Thomas? 330, 335
per contract.
Awesome. Excellent. So additionally, I don't know if other people do this. I set an alert $5 away from both of my strikes just to be.
That's dangerous.
Well, it's a little close, but like I can act. Yeah. And I'm not going to freak out if we cross right away, right? It still has a little bit of a breathing room.
2 minutes.
Yeah. What?
2-minute breathing room.
2-minute breathing room is all you need. All right, so that's King Condor. Again, for a look at the results here, starting capital of $10,000. You can see the back tested return back from May of 22 till now. Pretty outrageous return. We'll show you what the actual results look like. Again, right now in July, it's not doing so hot at all. All right, so here's the total back test. Here's July. All right, we're down 8.8% if you're allocating that $10,000 as recommended, not financial advice, just how we set up the strategy. So you can see here, we're going on 4 straight L's. One would say we're due, but again, not jinxing anything here today. But if we look back in June, actually did not trade as often as it would normally, only 7 trades when you normally see 10 on average, but made 1.4%. May was awesome. And Thomas, that's what we see happen with the strategy. Yeah. It's going to have some flat months. It's going to have some small winners, and then it's going to have a low.
Your mic.
When the market's behaving.
No, mic's out.
My mic is out.
There we go. Now we're back.
Okay. How long was I out?
Like pretty much everything you said from May, Thomas.
All right. So I was saying in May, we blew up, right? 13.3% over $1,300 per contract in May. But that's what happens with the strategy.
Yeah. And then even just show June.
Yeah. No, I did.
Oh, yeah. Small win.
And same thing in April.
Yeah.
Small
You're
loss.
going to take these small gains. Boom. Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And actually, this stretch right here, when we were moving administrations and Trump was coming into office, not fun. But
no. And again, I mean, there's a lot of changes coming.
A lot of changes coming. So and maybe changes to the strategy. Look, we're a bot provider. If we're not meeting market conditions, what are we doing, right? Yeah. So we got to constantly think about adapting this, in which we are, right? Sometimes, Thomas, we actually notice our back tests outperform the live trades if it traded on more of these economic events that we're sitting out on. We're talking about maybe inserting like a take profit toggle based on economic events. So these are things we're always thinking about. But again, right now, we're cruising. Who knows? I'm okay with anything because it's automated trading. It's a long-term approach to these strategies. All right. So that's King Condor. We're hoping for a W today. We'll see what's going on. Let's take a look at Shorbo really quickly. Now, this did not trade today, Thomas. I want to map this out for them on the chart. Another really great return here, 57% annualized. Another $10,000 preset budget. It's not utilizing nearly most of that cash is sitting idle. Okay, this is a $5 spread on SPX. Only $500 per condor is being utilized. All right, but another great strategy, higher win rate. Okay, closer to 71% with an average win of $150. Okay, average loss 262. So if we were to take a look at the results here, and then we'll go chart this out. Thomas, what are your thoughts about Shorbo in a market like we're in right now? Like many are saying that this is one of the hardest trading markets that we've seen in a very long time. What are your thoughts? It's kind of, at least for July, been benefiting Shorbo.
I think drifts. Yeah, I think right now, especially morning momentum, which is pretty much what you can look at Shorbo as. It's trading based on the morning momentum. It's been trending, right? You're just getting you're getting an up day, you're getting a down day. And even if you're getting some chop, then if your morning momentum is just a little bit bullish, you're probably just going to stay flat and up a little bit. You might get a partial win, partial loss there. But even then, if you were to just map out what Shorbo would have traded today, and I mean, we can do it live on air. Yeah, grab it. Go on the 15-minute chart.
Yep, so we're here. So this is let's get rid of this line. Let's move it over here to our first 15-minute bar, which is here.
So there's so mark at the high there, Dylan.
Yep. So we're gonna grab orb right at the top and the bottom of this first 15-minute bar. I'll change the color of these so it's not super confusing.
You can see right there, and there is some VIX qualifications, but just right there, that little second 15-minute bar, there's the tiniest break below orb.
And that's when things happen, right?
And then that's when we enter a call credit spread, and you can just see right there, it popped up a tiny bit. There was a little bit of a high above it, but it immediately rejected and just kind of went down and flat for the rest of the day. So, right now you'd probably be sitting at about 40% profit on your shoreboat trade had we traded today. But again, that Michigan sentiment report is really what kills it, because had that been a green bar and inflation data was the greatest data that had ever came out in the history of mankind, then you're just going to get, a shot up in the sky and you'll be left hanging in a short position. So it's really not worth it there to always be trading on that.
Couldn't agree more.
See, that third bar right there is when the sentiment report comes out, and there was a little high, a little low, and eventually it just kind of drifted down.
Right now it's going in your favor, but that's where we as a bot provider need to decide to play defense as opposed to offense for you, right? You have the ability to go in and manually take that trade. And if you did on this second bar, we're looking at the close of the second bar. So that's at 307. So you're going to round to the nearest $5. So we're talking 305. And if we're selling a call because it broke below orb, we're going to go $10 out of the money. So now we're talking 315, which is pretty much right where this blue line is. Okay, so we'll go up to 315 here, call it right there. So now this blue line is our call credit spread. Okay, we have a bot call up here as well, but the point is this is our sold call here. So if we stay below this blue line for the rest of the day, then that's a winner. Okay, so right now, again, if you decided, hey, I want to take the trade today, I want to trade through this economic event that could throw things off, well, then you could have, and you'd be sitting in a win. But a couple other things to note about the strategy is if we have our orb here, again, on our first 15-minute bar, if we break this, if we were to break it upward, we'd sell a put spread and then try to stay above this price for the rest of the day. There is a nice thing, Thomas, you'll have to correct me if I misspeak here. Pardon me 1 second. Reversals. So we have the reversals built in. I don't know the latest we can enter a reversal off the top of my head for Shorebo, but just to map it out, we're bearish right now selling a call, okay? If we were to break above original orb, it's not being redefined. We're keeping that orb. On the opening range. If we break north of that now, we'll then reverse the trade and sell a put. We're going to end up losing that day ultimately, but we'll have collected more premium to lessen the blow on the loss. Again, I forget the latest we can enter a reversal, Thomas, but we have it in the documentation.
Yeah, let me check.
So that's what orb looks like. Again, why build a strategy off of this? Well, traditionally, and the data shows that if you break out of orb in one direction or the other, market tends to drift in that direction, or at least in that range for the remainder of the day. It is a 0 DTE strategy, which means that you are settled by the end of the day. Winner or a loser, it's on SPX only, so it's cash settled. Okay, and again, to take a look at the results here, in July, we're up 3% on the 10K allocation. All right. May and June were some losing months. Okay. Wasn't great. The market was just kind of doing a lot of midday reversals as to why you're going to see these big losses. Okay. But again, similar to King Condor, it has these huge months, right? This is nearly 10% on 10K. If we're talking about what the return is on the cash utilized here, it's ridiculous. It's like nearly 200% in that month, right? Because you're utilizing $500 in cash here. My math might be bad there, but it's an outrageous number. Point is, look at March. Thomas, when was the last time you looked at this? Look at Shorebo's March. This is insane. Crazy. That's on $500 technically in cash traded. That's ridiculous. But again, we put the 10K budget in there just to protect drawdowns. Okay, so
and the latest reversal enters is 12.
Okay, so if we get anywhere past right here,
the high of it.
Yep. If we get past here, which we of course just passed, no longer any reversal is going to be coming in. All right, so we're going to try and get to the finish line here. Okay, so a lot of lines going on. Let's get rid of it. Let's just remind ourselves of what's actually important right now, and that's staying in between these orange lines. Okay, so King Condor and Shorebo we've covered. Let's talk to him about BenBot. It's launched. It's official. It's available. We need some. All right, so BenBot is huge. Why is this a big deal? It is launched only on Tradier. Let's tell you why, okay? It is a man and machine strategy. What do we mean by that? Well, we use the algorithm to get into the trade, okay? Let me step it back. Thomas, you want me to give BenBot overview or you want to give it a go?
You go for it.
All right. Daily covered call strategy on IWM. 0 DTE, meaning no overnight exposure. We're settled by the end of the day. Very common strategy. Millions of people do this for decades, okay? Institutional traders, retail traders, and everybody in between. What we're doing is we've selected IWM as the index fund to trade here. Index option. Is that the right phrase? Index option?
Yes.
IWM?
No, it's an ETF.
ETF. All right. So you legitimately do need $25,000 to trade this strategy with a little bit of a buffer built in. Right now, IWM, I think, is trading around 222 or something like that.
Like 222, 300.
Yeah, 223 right now. So what we're going to do here on BenBot, sorry, let me pull this back up, is 3 minutes into market open, and we'll look at this on the chart in a second. 3 minutes into market open, we're going to have the algorithm purchase 100 shares of IWM and then sell a call basically right at the money, $1 out of the money. All right, selling a covered call. When we sell that covered call, we collect a premium. On average, we're earning about $116, okay? Let's look at this on the map because I think I actually charted it out here. Here is an example from 2 days ago. Thomas, this is pretty cool here, what I got going on, isn't it? Look at this. Yeah. Look at this. All right. So these are let's show them in the 1 minute bars. Let's go on back here now. Okay. So we want to spread. All right. This isn't working, is it? Oh no, we're here now. We're here now. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to, yes. All right. So hear me out, people. These are the 1 minute bars here. This is the open of the market on Wednesday. At the end of this 932 bar here, if you're looking on TradingView, all right, at the beginning of the 933 bar, we're buying 100 shares. All right, so that means we bought 100 shares at roughly $220.20. So you're using over 22K to do that. And immediately in the same order that the bot is placing for you, it is selling a call $1 out of the money up here. So if we bought it at 220, round up to the nearest dollar. All right, even if you're at 220 and 91 cents or 221 and 91 cents, it's still going to sell the call at 222. All right. And does that mean there's less intrinsic or more intrinsic value
in the call?
Yeah, if it's closer to the strike.
So as it's closer to the strike, there's more extrinsic value. Yes.
Excellent.
But when it goes in the money, there's intrinsic value.
Right. And technically you would be collecting more of a premium, I would assume, right? If you're getting up here
because of the money, yes.
Closer to the money. Okay. More risk on the table. All right. So we're buying 100 shares, selling the call, and go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say technically, there is more risk, but you're just gonna get closed out. The odds of you getting closed out sooner are higher. So you're paying more to buy the shares at that price because you think it's going to keep going higher than that.
Right. So here it is.
Sells that call is shorting you, betting that it's going to go down.
Yep. So by the way, oops, sorry. I want to do this. No, I don't. There we go. So this is where we bought the 100 shares. We sold this call out of the money. We needed to get through the rest of the day. Was this a loss on the 16th, Thomas, if we were to look at the charts?
On IWM?
Yeah.
BenBot? Sorry, BenBot.
16th was a
July?
loss. Yeah.
Give me a second. Of course.
No, I got it here.
You got it. Computer's going to add bit 2. It's literally, I wish I could share my screen right now. The one bar.
All right, so look, we took a $19 loss on the 16th because we wanted to finish above this line here. All right. We didn't, but Ben made adjustments throughout the day. Okay. And this is why it's available on Tradier only. It's copy traded by a lead account and then automated into your account, placing the same orders. Okay. Ben made adjustments in the afternoon to sell, roll the calls down essentially. Right. So grabbing a lower strike price at 221 or 220 even will go down. Right? And then get the soft
mic's out.
Loss. Right. Because go ahead.
Mike, get the mic closer.
What happens when we're rolling these calls down, it's because we want to collect more premium and soften the blow on the day if we're not going to get above our strike, right? So that's the idea. If we take a look at, let's say, the 14th here, okay? Entered, bought 100 shares, wanting to now stay above this line essentially. What was this? 221. So yeah, it's same strike. So we wanted to stay above 222 the rest of the day, and it did. That's a win on the 14th. All right, made $100 that day, 0.44%, call it 0.5% on your 25K. So let's take a look at the results here. March, 4.1%, almost $900. April, 3.3%, $670. This was the best month we've had yet here in May, almost 6%, $1,300 return essentially. June, small month, but still a victory. We're happy with 1.6% a month every month. That was the first month where the IWM's underlying price actually beat the bot. Okay. And in July, we're already off to a pretty good start, 1.5%. So got some time left. I wonder what Ben's got going on BenBot today, unless there was a gap up on BenBot won't trade if there's a 2% gap up on IWM overnight. Okay. But I'm sure he's got something going on here. Why don't we look at what it would be doing today, Thomas? Why don't we do that? Huh?
Let's look.
Well, what
we bought it at.
So let's go back here. Here it is. So we bought at the end of 932. So the close of this bar would have been 224.56, meaning we would have sold the 225 today. So we just wanted to stay above that, and it has, let's zoom out, not happening, obviously, right? So I'm assuming we'll see a loss today on BenBot, right, Thomas? When you assume that
$100-ish, less than $100.
Yeah, because he's likely making adjustments, rolling the strike prices down. Okay.
Yeah, he's probably buying. Yeah.
Yep. So. But anyway, you'll likely see a loss on BenBot today. That happens about 30% of the time, as you can see, but it'll be a limited loss. And so
only is always less than what IWM loses in a day.
Right.
So if IWM drops 1% in a day, well, you're going to sell a call and you're going to lose 1% on the shares minus your premium.
Right.
So that's always good to know.
And if we're looking back here, right, so these are now daily bars. You're not going to often see where the market, or IWM rather, loses or gains more than 2 or 3% in a given day. That's why the max drawdown on the strategy, at least in their so far, is 2.8%. Okay. Excellent. So those are the 3 strategies here that we've got going on live. We'll take another look at SPX quickly just to see how our King Condor position's going. Let's zoom on in here. Oh, I deleted. Let's get my lines back on here. All right. So I don't need a daily bar. I need my 15-minute bars. All right. So, Thomas, are you in King Condor today?
I am.
All right. Have you holding?
I'm holding.
Are you not? You're not lying to the people, right? You didn't.
I'm not lying. I'm the one that's preaching the holds here. All right.
Let's see what it is. Let's see what our value is right now.
We need full cash here.
No, I agree. So $88. Yeah, I don't want to pay that back right now. $83. I don't want to do that.
$160 you're losing, Dylan.
Right.
I mean, you're gaining.
I'm winning. I'm just giving some cash back. I'm just paying back the dealer is all.
No cash back.
Tipping the dealer is really what I would be doing there. Okay, so Thomas, what else did we have on our agenda? I'm going to pull the screen down for a second. What else did we need to talk
We were
about
going to
here?
go over some of those wick outs on King Condor and how unfortunate they were.
Yeah, why don't we take a look at that one? What was the big one with the Trump Powell news? What day was that? And then
Monday?
I'll pull it up.
Tuesday?
Let's
I think it
see.
was, I don't know if I want to remember.
We've kind of blocked it out, haven't we? Oh, I can see it right here on the chart. It's very obvious. Okay.
It dropped down to 6,200. So
it was on the 16th. So if we pull this up here, this is what we're talking about. All right, right here.
So you can just see it. Like just zoom out for a minute.
All right.
Zoom out a little bit more. Mark the open. Just mark the open there for me.
All right. You got me I'm giving myself a headache now. All right, so here's the open.
Here's the open. All right. See, futures, you can pretty much see going into that day basically flat. Not much movement there. And then you can see flat. Dylan, what time was that about?
Well, so 11? This happened at 11:15, 11:30.
Yeah, 11:15. We get stopped at 11.
And by the way, what was our strike here? Like 62.30 or something, or 25?
No, yeah, 62.25.
Yeah,
62.25. So we were looking good, right?
Well, this is where it wicks out. Yeah.
Well, we wick out like right on that, like 11:18. So Trump said, "I'm gonna fire Powell," which I don't even know if he can do. But what scared the market was that he found a loophole to fire Powell based on building renovations in the House or in the Federal Reserve building. So he said, because Powell spent X amount and it's deemed to be a waste, I can fire him. And that scared the market.
We closed on this bar right here, not this one?
At 11:18, if you want to throw it in.
Yeah. So, no, that's within here.
Yeah, so we closed on that bar there because that's where we were about in the money there, about 4 points in the money.
Yeah.
So we were in the money by about 4 points, and then wicked back up, wicked down, and then just shot back up after Trump came out with news saying, "I'm not firing Powell." I don't know who said that. And
this was the end of the day here, so I'll show you. I mean, like, this was all we needed to get to, and it would have been a win.
And it would have been a win.
Because we're within our condor here. I know we don't have the exact price up top, but it was like 285 or something.
Yeah, it was still within our condor there. But Trump said that I'm not firing Powell. I can't do that. And then
this was terrible, man. This was terrible. So
it was like an emotional train wreck because I wasn't just mad that we lost, but I was just like, it's just like, how many times is he going to do this to us? Where he just comes up with some crazy statement. Right, and it's just like, come on, man, just like let our condor wait till 405.
We've been there's other ones that I think even this 10th and the 11th, looking back, this was tariff stuff.
Yeah, he said I'm going to slap a 15% tariff on Canada overnight. Next thing you know, we're finished in the money, and it's like, okay, guys, like, thanks.
Yeah, that was on the 10th. Oh, look right here, I think.
Right there, boom.
Yeah. Market open on the 11th.
So
opened
low.
Opened at like 62.50, and the prior day closed.
We were about at the money. It was just that we dropped at the open.
Yeah, kept dropping.
Yeah, we would have finished in the money anyway, but
yeah,
it's so unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. It is
nothing that you're gonna change. You can't change what he says, and you're not gonna change what he's doing. You just have to maybe adapt.
I'll tell you this, we've had a couple red bars here in the while we've been live.
Maybe Trump's listening. Maybe we shouldn't be showing our strike prices here.
Yeah, I do. Never mind. I'm not gonna. Again, we're moving on.
No jinxing. Get it? Yeah.
All right. We don't have trader trivia for everybody today. That's something we don't have. Unless we want to throw something there.
Maybe I should come up with a question. Give me 5 minutes. Anybody that's really watching, we can give them.
By the way, to this gentleman or lady on YouTube, what report was it that prevented Shorbo from trading? We mentioned this earlier. Sorry if you missed it. Michigan Sentiment Report. Why do we not trade on that day? Well, back in January, it threw the entire market off for what felt like days. And we did not perform so well. when that happens. So we keep an eye out on that now. A little bit of scar tissue there, but we'll see.
It is a little scary.
All right. So good question. Thomas, is there anything else for us to cover here? Do we want to skedaddle?
I think we're good.
Did you ever watch Blue's Clues as a kid, or that was you were past?
No, yeah. Blue's Clues was in my range.
Okay. So did you have Steve?
Yeah, I had Steve.
Okay.
I'm not that young. Dylan, you're not that much older than me.
No. See, I get it.
There's a huge generation gap there. It was like
I watched it because I had a younger brother, so it was on for him. But now I'm watching it with my kid, and
really, they still even have new episodes for.
Oh yeah, dude. We're on like 3 guys later, and they got rainbow dogs now, just every color. By the way, did you know Blue was a girl?
Really?
Blue is and always has been a girl dog. You'd think that Blue is the guy dog and Magenta's the girl dog. Yeah. 2 girls. There you go. There's a fun fact for you today, right? Did you know? Did you know Blue from Blue's Clues is a girl dog?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, you learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we got anything else here. We're gonna have our fingers crossed for King Condor for the rest of the day. If you're in it and you're trading it and you want to take your profit, go ahead. Not financial advice. You do you. I wanted to, but I'm not gonna. Only because I'm here for the people. And I got PeakBot tattooed on my chest. No, I don't. Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe one day.
Just one day. Let's leave it there. All right. Let's get on out of here. Let's get everybody back to their lunch break or wherever they are located in the world. BenBot is live today. If you got 25K and a Tradier account, it is our best bot. That's what I would be doing. That's what I'm going to be doing. Okay. I'm merging accounts to make sure I can run multiple BenBots. That's how much I want this strategy and everybody to understand how powerful it is. It's more so the investment strategy, whereas King Condor and Shorebo, Thomas, would you agree, are more so trading strategies? Yep. Wheel, when played correctly and picking a stock off the watch list, if you feel good enough to do that and you'll leave it alone,
best strategy.
Wheel and BenBot, great investment strategies. King Condor or Shorebo, more so having a little bit of fun. So, all right. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. We will be live once again Monday morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern with Man and Machine, myself, Ben, and Mark Phillips from Harvested Financial, our financial advisor partner who manages your portfolio with our bots completely hands-free. Thanks so much. And as always, we'll see you at the peak. Take care.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.